I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. What's poppin', y'all? Oopsies. Looks like I posted some misinformation. I just misremembered. So I tweeted the other day and I said, the only reason Drake ever stopped going in on Meek Mill is because he got locked up. If Meek Mill didn't become a sympathetic figure for hip hop due to his corrupt judge, Drake would still be performing back to back. Because the way I remembered it, keep in mind, this is like 8 years ago. Meek Mill gets arrested, Drake stops, and then Drake works with Meek once Meek gets out on Going Bad. Great song, by the way. And people were in my comments. Nobody corrected me. We just had Drake stands saying, oh man, they're just reacting emotionally. They didn't even fact check me. So I had to fact check myself and say, oh, if you want something done well, do it yourself. So I had to think, man, did that really happen the way I'm remembering it happened? So after I did some research, no, it did not happen that way. So I corrected myself and I said, this was completely wrong. Drake retired back-to-back on January 1st, January 2nd, 2017. It was at a party, a New Year's party. That was the last time he performed it. I think it might have been in Las Vegas. Meek Mill got arrested for popping the wheelie, which was the start of his legal troubles with the judge for his probation, on August 18th, 2017. So that's over 7 months later, 7 months and 2 weeks. Very, very, very big gap. And if we calculate when Drake dropped back-to-back until he retired it, that was a 17-month run. If we calculate when Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us, so far it's been a 9-month run. So I tweeted and said, Kendrick Lamar has 8 more months. Because one thing that I saw people trying to run a narrative with, and this was spearheaded by academics, nobody else, he can't say, oh man, I'm seeing this. No, he's seeing what he said, is that he said after the Super Bowl, we don't want to hear any more of this Drake and Kendrick Lamar stuff. This was his moment, etc., etc. It's only been 9 months. He's still got 8 more months, and that will go into the tour. There's a big, and this is if we want to be completely fair. So you can't say, oh, I'm tired of Not Like Us, and people were saying this 4 months after the song had come out and was still topping the charts, and it's about to get back up there on the charts this week. So just to be fair, you have to at least allow Kendrick Lamar 17 months. Now, this is where nuance comes into the game and where Kendrick Lamar is in an odd position compared to Drake. Because Drake, no matter what you say about him, and I know people hate Drake. It's frankly disgusting. Like, you Drake haters disgust me. Like Hak Tua, like not touching that thing, but it's like more like a Chinese Hak Tua with the loogie, not the Hak Tua. You know who I'm talking about. So Drake had more of a reason to hate Meek Mill than Kendrick has to hate Drake. Drake had helped Meek Mill out, and sure, people will say Drake brought Kendrick Lamar on tour in the beginning of his career, and it really helped take him to the next level. He even collaborated with him. But Drake hopped on a bunch of Meek Mill songs in the past. He was on a song from his recent album, and the accusation that Meek Mill brought up and exposed with Quentin Miller and writers and reference tracks for Drake destroyed his legacy on a level that is irreparable. People still talk about Drake writers, Drake ghostwriters, etc. And Drake is obsessed with being the best. So if this is the worst thing that could have possibly been done to Drake, and out of his own maturity and feeling like it had run its course, he decided to stop performing it after only 17 months. Now, granted, he did embarrass Meek Mill. I mean, he had funny pictures up on stage when he was performing it. I think he performed it in Philadelphia too. That was bad. So it was an all-out embarrassment for Meek Mill. But Drake was able to, and this is the thing, Drake didn't even have to collaborate with Meek Mill after he got out too, or sign that petition. But he did. And it was favorable for him. That's what I'll say. It was favorable for Drake politically to align himself with Meek Mill and be like, hey, I'm the bigger guy. Not only did I retire that song 8 months before he even got arrested, Meek Mill that is, but I'm going to work with the guy and give him a hit after he comes out as this hero. And it's a good move. But if Drake had never talked about Meek Mill again or spoke on his case and just left it, it wouldn't have been wrong. After what he did, I don't know if I could have ever been cool with Meek Mill again if I was Drake for what he did to me. So what did Drake do to Kendrick Lamar? We don't know, but it clearly isn't something that bad that's legacy ruining. In the public, Drake had nothing to say about Kendrick Lamar, nothing negative at least. So there's that. Then there's how big the song was. Back to Back was huge. It was a really big song, but it wasn't even close to being Drake's biggest song. Even in the aftermath, which it's been years since that song's released, so it's done its streams. That song's got 428 million streams, so not even 500 million. Keep in mind, this was 2015, so the streaming era was just starting to kick off. It didn't have the mass adoption that we have right now. So the point is, Drake had so many other songs that he had done prior that were bigger than this, and so many songs he did at the same time and after that became bigger than this. So you can't say that, oh man, that was Drake's biggest song. It was not even close to Drake's biggest song, even during the popularity of that song. Now with Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us is currently his biggest song. It's currently the most recognized song, and it will be the biggest song that he has ever had. Will he top it? I don't know. Does it look like TV Off or Squabble Up will be able to top Not Like Us? I don't think so. So in this case, Kendrick Lamar doesn't have the demand for other songs by the public that Drake had. So for him to retire Not Like Us, which I'm not saying he has to do, but let's say people want him to do that, that is a big hit on his appeal. And I don't know if he's going to do that. And that's the dangerous situation that Kendrick Lamar is in right now. Because you've got a song, you destroyed the guy in the beef. Absolutely washed him, tore him apart, turned him into a joke, and got him suing his own record label. Insanity. We've never seen hip-hop history like this. We are living in the moment. Like when people say, man, the 90s, people are, in 10, 15 years, people are going to be talking about this moment like, yo, you remember when that biggest rapper in the game got washed and he decided to sue his label? It's crazy. I can't believe we lived through that. So whilst Tumble is big and these other songs are big, Not Like Us, it's just transcended. It's a global hit. And with a song like that, you can't stop performing it. Now, I do think that Kendrick Lamar is less forgiving than Drake is, even though he doesn't have a reason to hate Drake as much as Drake had a reason to hate Meek Mill. And that's one thing where we need to get to the bottom of it. Whoever talks to Kendrick Lamar, we need to know why he hates Drake. And it may just be that he just hates the position that he's in. Because what legitimate reason is there for you to go in on him the way that you did? Now, granted, Drake did escalate it towards family, and Kendrick's in the Super Bowl pre-interview before the show, the day before, he said that he just wanted to keep this sport, and it was Drake that decided to take it there, which is understandable. But that's just to quell all of the, man, this song's getting old talk, which for me, I'm really not interested in listening to the song. I stopped listening to the song maybe like August, around August. I had enough. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is good weaponry for Drake stans, though. Because if this song continues, they can talk about how Drake is the bigger person and is more forgiving than the vindictive Kendrick Lamar because he's still performing a song and his reputation didn't even get harmed in the way that Drake's did by Meek Mill. So that's an angle that you guys should pick up on. Thank me later. No pun intended. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Go to helloyassine.com. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.